A political earthquake is rattling the Philippines as a massive corruption scandal puts President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s leadership and credibility under intense scrutiny. And this is the part most people miss. It is not just about a few bad actors. It is about whether Filipinos still believe their leaders can be trusted. Public outrage over an alleged large-scale graft scheme has surged to the point that 2 members of Marcos's cabinet have now stepped down from their posts. A dramatic move that exposes just how serious the crisis has become. Their exit is widely seen as a critical test of the administration's promise to clean up government, especially at a time when both citizens and global investors are watching closely to see whether the Philippines is truly serious about transparency and accountability. The shakeup inside the cabinet highlights Marcos's push to show that his anti-corruption drive will continue, even when the accusations draw uncomfortably close to his own political circle. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a leader genuinely crack down on corruption if the investigation risks implicating his allies and longtime supporters? The latest moves are being read by many as an attempt to balance political loyalty with public demands for justice, a balance that is notoriously difficult to maintain in any democracy. At the same time, the scandal is tied to alleged irregularities in flood control and mitigation projects in a country that regularly faces devastating typhoons and severe flooding. That connection makes the situation even more sensitive because any misuse of funds in this area is not just a matter of money. It can directly affect people's safety, their homes, and their livelihoods. For many Filipinos, the idea that projects meant to protect vulnerable communities from natural disasters could be tainted by graft feels like a deep betrayal. Supporters of the government may argue that the forced resignations prove the system is working, that no official, however powerful, is untouchable, and that the administration is willing to make tough decisions to defend its reform agenda. Critics, however, might see these departures as reactive damage control rather than proof of a consistent, long-term commitment to good governance. But here's where it gets even more debatable. Are these changes the beginning of a genuine cleanup, or simply a strategic move to calm public anger until the storm passes? So what do you think? Do these high-profile exits show real political courage, or are they just a way to protect the presidency while sacrificing a few insiders? Do you feel this kind of scandal is an inevitable part of politics, or should voters demand a much higher standard from their leaders? Share whether you agree or disagree in the comments. Could this be a turning point for accountability in the Philippines, or is it just another chapter in a long history of corruption controversies?